good morning, lovely people. We are doing something big today. So you may know, if you've been following the lovely place, that we have a little over 58 acres for our future homestead that we're building out. Well, today we are adding a little over what we think is going to be about 2 more acres. So yeah, the farmer that's on the south side of me has a outcropping of woods on a hilltop that's right up against our property that he said he had no use for, so I made him a little offer on it and he took it. And so the surveyors are out here with me this morning, and we are going to go around and we're going to locate pins, and we're going to get this land surveyed so we can get the legal description on the contract, and we're going to get this extra 2 acres added. So we're going to be to a sweet 60, guys. It's going to be awesome. A little over 60 acres is what we're shooting for. There's an old good song that I love. It's one of my favorite artists, country western, country music. Back in the day, the real country music, but western music. And that is my big man, my buddy, Marty Robbins. God rest his soul. He's got a wonderful family. I met his son and daughter-in-law many, many years ago, and they invited us to church when we first came to the Nashville area. And good people. Hadn't seen them in years and years, but they are salt of the earth people. Anyway, he's got a song called, I don't know what the name of it is, but it says, I've got 160 acres in the valley. I've got 160 acres that I love. So mine is going to be changed to, I've got a lovely 60 acres in the valley. Okay, so I'm not a singer, but you get the picture. We are going to get the surveying, and we're going to have 60 acres, not 160, but 60 acres, and it's exciting. Did we find us a pin?
I hope so.
Normally it's right around the post.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pull out the old metal finder, I guess. Is that a
metal detector?
Metal detector. Now, if I remember, he told me that he thought the line was in the middle of these trees or near them.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he... Well, you know. What do you know?
He might have known something.
He may
owned
have
this place.
Yeah, exactly. Doggone it. Sure did. What would you do without me?
I know. Look at our pretty.
Look how pretty.
Yeah, we can do that.
I should keep my fingers out of there shitting that boss. Yeah, we don't want that.
Take a little bit out. Hold it.
That'll help.
Hit that bottom. We're qualified.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Looking good.
Yep.
You found it.
That's it. Monument found. 1-inch pipe.
So I was thinking it should be right back here on this corner, but we found it in yonder, and that's why I was wondering if it had been moved. That's just holding the fence in there.
Tie that in there.
But let me show you where we found it, and I'm thinking maybe it's been moved because it's way back here. Now, it is on the corner of this old fence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's fenced out here and open's what he's done.
Yeah, but you'll know by the measurements, won't you?
Yeah.
Be careful, this is hot. Come on in. It's right here on this corner. See how it's all been beat up? real bad?
That's the animal chewing on it.
That's chewed.
Yeah, it ain't from the hammer.
What's so
See
good?
see them teeth like marks?
Yeah, I see it. What's so good about it?
I don't know. It must taste like an apple. I don't know.
I don't know either. Or an orange.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
they
orange.
like it. Yeah, that's what that is.
So what's the process? What's the process in determining if this is in the right spot?
We can hit that pin down there, 359 down, and verify. But I'm pretty sure this is it.
You don't
I'll
go.
bank on it.
You don't go back that direction.
Nah.
We're gonna
Got
go
one
down
right.
there. So we're gonna measure down that
the
way.
closest one, yeah.
Roger that. All right. So we found that one. Now we're gonna drive on down to the other corner, and he's telling me that he's gonna measure, and we should be from this corner to that corner that we're measuring 359 feet. If that's the case, then this is the correct spot for that pin. I'm hoping that that's so. Actually, I was hoping it had been moved and we could move it on back up there and get the rest of the woods before the field, but it's not that big of a deal, that's for sure. We got some moving to do through some thick stuff. You know, just a week and a half ago, this was bare. There was no green, there was no leaves. Here it is, April the 13th, I think, and it's just filled out. I mean, you can't hardly walk through stuff already, and it was not like that just a week and a half ago. So it doesn't take long, man. When spring hits here in Tennessee, spring hits and it hits hard. It gets thick. Lots of briars back in here. There's the old fence. Need to find a crossing spot. Navigating through the briars. Now that's not the creek, that's the low spot that pulls in. Yep. Say again?
I think there's a pin between us. There's supposed to be one 359 from that.
Yeah.
A little further than that.
Okay. So we need to backtrack or just go find that corner and come back?
I see that one, yep.
Okay.
It's already flagged.
Which one is it?
Top of bank one, check it out. About 50
Yeah, that's right. There's the creek.
Yep.
You got good eyes, man. I'm colorblind, by the way.
Well, you won't see flagging in.
Well, I mean, I see it. I just don't see it the way you do. I don't suppose. Where's it at, brother?
Right there to the left. See it hanging on that tree.
Oh, the tree. Yeah, yeah. I was looking down on the ground.
Nothing lasts 10 years or longer.
What, that tape?
Yeah. Down them fence lines, I always tie a piece on the barbed wire. There'll be a knot, be there 20 years old, still be there.
Yep. Now that, you'll see the pole.
Yeah, there she is. See it?
Right there. That's it right there. So we're much further than 359 back. Is what
Oh, yeah.
Ours are trucks right up there.
Yep.
So now what we're doing is we're going to go up there toward the field near the pond in the middle of the field up here, or on the edge, and we're going to set us a baseline. I'm going to have to put this rental truck here in 4-wheel drive. This thing is it's very heavy in the front, and there we go. It just wants to slip and slide when it's not 4-wheel drive coming up this wet grass. But anyway, they're gonna set them up some kind of device up here. We'll ask them about it, and what we're gonna do is use that as our point, I guess, for GPS purposes, to go down and then make some measurements and determine that we got these pins in the right place.
Spot and connect to the state plane coordinate, And that'll get us a point, and we'll put our base on it, and then from the base we can go out 1,000 foot any way we want.
So you connect to the coordinates of the state plane.
State plane coordinates, yeah, the whole state of Tennessee with an accurate elevation.
How cool.
And then that's your base point, and you go from there.
Nice. And so you walk with that other device and you get on that spot. Then you know everything.
It's to the, we lay houses out with it.
That's perfect.
In Nashville stuff, I mean, it's
what's
amazing.
what's the offset? I mean, what's the possible, you know, discrepancy?
They say 0 with this.
No doubt, huh?
They say 10 years from now you can get on and you'll already have the coordinates, and it'll take you right to where your points was before.
That's crazy.
That's what they say.
Technology.
Yeah.
Love it or hate it.
Yeah.
So what's this thing called, y'all?
That's a SOKKIA SHC 5000 bullet, what they call it.
It's the bullet. Which one's us?
You see the green, it'll flash.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, when you'll see a yellow or a red one, that's the Russian and China blocking the signal.
They're blocking us. They're trying to get in the way, huh?
If we could just work together.
I know it. If we could just all get along,
Yeah.
that would be nice. I'm not seeing that happen either.
Nope.
So that's talking about how many satellites?
Up to 25.
Up to 25 satellites.
Bullet network.
So Steve, how long's this thing been out? How long's it been available for folks like you?
About 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years.
They was the big disc, and now they're kind of compact.
Yeah.
They was big round.
Okay.
You know, when you got a big round disc up there, you can't get close to a corner of a building or something. Well, here you get right on it within an inch.
My goodness. And the investment for something like this, if you don't mind me asking?
16,000.
16K. So about a half a job and she's paid for, right?
I wish.
That is nice, but you got to have it. Like you said, you got to keep up with the times.
That's right.
Makes life a lot easier.
That's going to be our base point, and from that point, once we connect with the other bullet, we can go up to 1,000 foot. And we found out we can go further than that.
Is that right?
On certain areas, but
so this one, this smaller, the shorter one, we're taking that one with us.
yeah.
And they're gonna talk to each other.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the satellites.
Yep.
We're locked in on 30 satellites
No doubt, really.
right now.
Wow.
And you shoot this and for 45 seconds, you know,
Yeah.
the longer you shoot, the more accurate. But once you get them coordinates, you're good to go.
And not one of them's gonna give me internet out here. Come on. Come on, Elon. What are you waiting on? What we're doing now is just programming this one and connecting it to the Big Daddy.
Base and rover, yep. Yep.
This is how we do it. That's the way to transport somebody right there. All right, we're going back down to the pin that was on this field corner of the property, and we're going to take a measurement from there. Then we'll be able to go down and make sure that we have everything exactly right. Pretty awesome. So we're just going back in there, going to set it right on that pin, get us a number.
For 30 seconds.
Shoot it for 30 seconds. Steve, how long you been in the surveying business, brother?
Started in April of 86.
86. We're in April of 2023, so do the math. He's been doing it a minute.
A long time.
It's a good business, ain't it?
Yeah, I tried 3 other jobs and I found out a rodsman.
A rodsman.
That's what I was signing. I didn't know what that was. 18 months later, I was running the crew, been running one ever since.
That's awesome, man.
I love it. Ain't a job like it. It ain't a job.
No, I mean, you're out here in nature,
It's not a job. But
getting bit by rattlesnakes and ticks and copperheads and having a blast.
yeah,
Just being a boy.
it's it.
It's good stuff. And I'll tell you what, surveyors are always backed up around here anyway. I mean, for weeks or even months. So if someone's looking for a career, I think you got to start early. Don't you have to be mentored by someone for a period of time?
On the job training.
On the job training.
July last year.
What do we got? He's showing me something here. Look at this. What is that?
That's a rattlesnake.
Timber rattler?
I don't know. But
It probably is. That's what we got around
he's
here.
crossing the road, you know where he's going?
He
ain't down where he wants.
That's exactly. We ain't getting in his way. That's for sure.
We was surveying 20 acres, was marking the property line over the hill. And then the guy stopped and I walked up there and said, what's going on? They said they couldn't go no further. One more step, he'd have been stepping on that.
Holy moly.
11 rattlers and a butt.
Woo!
And he wasn't left a line or right a line. He was exactly on the property line.
Yeah. Hey, all y'all folks in California and New York, welcome to Tennessee.
He is a mean one. He done that for 30 minutes. We went to the bottom of the holler and come back and he was still rattling.
That says get away.
Yeah.
Get away.
He wasn't moving.
No, he ain't got to move.
No,
I'm the one moving.
And I got that on Zoom, believe me, I'm not close.
Oh, yeah, thank God for that. Yeah, you're smarter than that.
Solid black.
Where's that tail?
See it? Right there, baby.
Oh, gosh, yeah, look at that rattler move. Oh, boy. I don't want one of those around here.
There's a good shot of his rattlers. That's how we counted them. We zoomed in and he had 11. There's my axe.
That is an axe. Holy moly. That was for, you didn't use that on that snake though, right?
Nope.
No, let her live, huh?
Let her live.
Live and let live.
That's right. He let me live.
That's right. He had options.
I can't believe they seen it. It looked just like the lead.
It wasn't making that noise at first, was it?
No, it never made a sound.
We're only 294 right here.
Okay.
We're at 294. So we're trying to locate what, 385 was it? 359. I'm a little dyslexic and messed up. Got us a Mylar balloon that hit the ground back there. Who sent that?
I lost her birthday balloon.
Yep. There it is. Right where she's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'll just get out of your way next time. If I have a scar across my eye, this was the culprit and that was the culprit. I'm gonna definitely get back. You saw that blade. He definitely, yeah. So it's right on the money, huh?
Oh yeah. See that knot I was telling you about? Look how old this survey is. That'll last 20 years. When you're hunting something, there's what you'll look for.
Is that right? Look at that.
You see how we tie it right over?
So that was the old orange ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it went down to there.
Yep. Shoot that little pipe, then we'll go to the road and shoot the other pipe, which they matched on that property line. They both was pipes.
Right.
Then that new pin you want to put, we got to put on line to the two pipes. Our new corner has to be on line with them two.
Gotcha.
That way we're on the property line.
So what do you use to sharpen this puppy?
I use this file right here and never file an axe without your gloves on. 'Cause one slip,
yeah, it'll cut you deep.
you're gone. Yep. It's bad news.
So how far have you filed one of those down before? How big was this to begin with?
Right there.
Doggone.
Straight, you know.
And you've got some even more narrow than this?
Yeah, I got one at home that's not even an inch wide, and it'll still cut, but
it's getting flimsy now, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't want to break it.
These guys are having way too much fun. I tell you, half the stuff that they're telling me, I can't put it on here. Just look up some of the names of their tools.
We're going at the road first, and then that way when we shoot our back corner, we can just put our pin on line.
Roger that.
Walk around that pin.
All right. So yeah, look up the name of the file that he uses to sharpen that little axe thing. Look up the name of it. I'm not gonna put it on here. Funny. So we're getting a reading from here to which point? That corner over there?
Yeah, the satellites and over to the base we have set up there.
Yep. Oh, right to the base.
Go.
There you do. So what's he been doing down that way? Down by the driveway, he
shot that pipe we found in the fence, and that's the one goes to the road. See, and we want to mark this line. So,
all the way up.
yep, and it'll just put us right on it.
And he wasn't able to catch the base from down there.
Yeah, that and there it lost it, but
Gotcha.
Connect back. Once you get up here and it asks you connect, hit yes. I believe it's on the hill, we'll be all right.
We got some rocky land up here, folks.
Yeah. They've been put there, huh? Look like.
Those look like they've been piled there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that's just natural.
Yeah.
Here he comes, he comes. So you had to go down that way. What was it we did back there?
We tied into the pipe in the fence line, and then the next pin down, we tied into it. Because when we get ready to mark that right away, that line out towards the road, that's what be that pin going towards the road. Then we set a base point over there, back up, where we can move our base over and connect and just continue on.
I don't know if that made sense to y'all, but I completely understand it perfectly.
Picking up, but it's, yeah, left 11 foot.
11 feet. I mean, it gets it down to the foot or inch.
Yeah. Give him one pretty decent. Let's see. I have to raise her up some. It's jumping down there. Is it?
Just trying to find it.
Yep. Oh yeah, there it is, 200. It's got to be within a half inch before it'll lock in.
Wow.
The old ones would lock in at 3 or 4 foot.
Half inch.
Got to be that close for it to say it's it. But that's what you want.
That's some precision.
Yeah. Frank uses a machete. I like a bush axe.
They work.
They use good for a walking stick too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What's going on here? The other thing you hear is uh-oh.
Oh, for real.
I mean, no signal.
I like the fact that it's accurate. It's good and fair for everybody.
Yeah. Don't it begin with it. Close it. Blood-sucking weasels.
Mosquitoes are not fun.
I'll take them over a chigger though.
Oh, every day, 10 times a day.
Chigger lasts a month.
You know, those folks out west, they don't know what we're talking about. They're lucky, they're blessed out west. They don't have a lot of mosquitoes. They don't have chiggers. I don't think they've ever heard of chiggers, and I don't even know if they have many ticks out west.
It's dead on it.
Yep.
Every million gets on you, only one bites you.
Right?
See you hammer. Yeah. That's scary.
Yeah.
That means you got billions if you got 10 bites.
Exactly. When you get chigger bit, you get dozens or more.
They like the ankles and the you know what.
Yeah. They go to those dark spaces.
Ta-da.
Perfecto. We heard the sound up here on the top of the hill, didn't we?
Yep. We're close.
And what we found was an old fence post that's been driven in the ground. And it's pretty much right. Real close.
Yeah, buddy, it is.
real close. Somebody did a good job back in the day.
There's a little bit of fence. I see 2 or 3 more there, so there's a little.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
I see another one.
Yeah.
There you are.
Scalpel.
Yes, doctor.
There it is.
Right in the rock.
Ain't no way you got a wood stake up here.
No. I bet those things are hard to break. You ever broke one?
Nope. I'll see it and I'll snap it. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Add one of these nearby.
Yep.
So this was here for how long ago you think that was there, neighbor?
I've been here
Long.
probably 12 years, and
Yep.
it's been there longer because
Yep.
they were already here.
And they had it, I mean, they didn't have all this highfalutin technology back then, but they knew what they were doing because they got it right on the money.
Yep.
This thing measures within a half an inch.
Is that right?
So we know we're good and accurate.
If we got good
That's
operators.
a signal, but it gets to 100. It's the 100th. I mean,
To the 100th, the
Yeah.
signal. You have to be within a half an inch even to get the signal.
Yeah.
But then it goes down to almost exact. We finally found the corner. So this is the corner that'll go,
Yeah, the new property.
the new property going all the way down the fence line. Don't worry, I ain't worried about the fence.
Yeah, the only reason I put that there was for my little dog.
I am
to
not
come
worried.
over here, you
I am
know.
not worried about any of that, brother. So, right up to that fence.
Can you come towards me a little? Yes. Right there'd be nice. Well, let's see. The other side right there. Yeah.
Make it work, yeah. Just try to,
That way I heard.
yeah.
So what we got here is, this is the corner of it. And it goes up to that wood line right up there, which is already our property. But we just basically came out and took this outcropping all the way down that way, back that direction. I know we're gonna know exact acreage here in a little while, but as a surveyor of over how many years, what's your gut instinct tell you that this acreage is?
I ain't got that good yet.
You ain't got that good yet? When
No.
when are you expecting to get that good?
That and elevations either. I don't guess. I let the machine tell me.
That's why you're an accurate surveyor. That
If I
was
say something, I have to eat my words.
that was a test. Just to make sure that you didn't just, you know, throw something out there. Good job. Bless you. See a little critter running in here. Hey, critter. So a little trick that they just told me is when they tie a knot on a post, they put the knot towards the actual pin in the ground. So if the knot were on this side, the pin would be on this side typically. There they go. I better get on in my truck and follow. So I just asked him, I said, this is the tricky part because we've never known exactly where the line is. This is the neighbor's fence and we got some fence in there, and he said it's 85 feet from right here. So we're gonna go on back and find that spot. I tell you, I got old Eagle Eye Steve over here. He said, uh-oh, you see that? I'm like, what do you see? He said that fence comes out right here. It's got a break in it. So it comes this direction, and then right up there, it angles back this way.
Bush axe make a hole.
That's right. That's how you cut a trail. Dead on it. Nice. All right, we got that knot. He said that'll last years and years there, and it's tied on that side. So we are all set. We've got our property line, and we're gonna go back out toward the field. Popping this one right inside the corner here.
Shot him.
Shoot it straight down. I was just telling these guys, we got some good flat land right here. Nice to have that, but it quickly goes up and got all that good rocky hill there.
I'm glad it's staying cloudy today. It got warm here.
Yeah, it did. This has been a perfect day. Except for the skeeters. I'll tell you what, we got some good fence up already, don't we?
Oh yeah. See how you cut these, cut them where it's growing. Now just,
Yep.
I just slice right off.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
You're just doing it for the fun of it, ain't you?
Yeah. Make sure we get a good seat.
Yeah. That was a good cut.
Do you a stake line from that last one you shot in the pen? We'll see what we can do here with it. Just override that and reshoot it. That'll be on.
All right, we have,
Your numbers.
can we have the drum roll, please?
Yeah.
We are about to find out the total acreage of this outcropping
Start at 105.
of woods.
Start at 105.
Yep, and what was that one down?
105.
How much are we adding to the 58 point something acres that we already have? Are we going to be an even 60? Are we going to be over? Or are we going to be under? We're about to find out.
112 is that front one up there.
Yep.
This one right here is 115. 113 is the back one.
All right, there's your numbers.
Alright, then calculate
Area.
area. 5 point. Oh, that's
105,
5.
comma,
11.
112, 115, 113, 105. That's what you get.
2.12.
Yep.
2.12.
Yep.
We made it. We hit over 60, y'all. All right.
That is it. Yep.
We have 60 lovely acres here.
Cool.
Nice. You remember old Marty Robbins' song? I've got 160
Yeah.
acres in the valley. Well,
Yep.
I was singing, I've got a lovely 60 acres that I love.
He'd run at the Nashville track,
Yeah,
and then he wouldn't finish the race. He'd have to quit, go to the Grand Opry and sing.
I tell you, not a bad life, is it? Not a bad life. Good man. All right, so what we've done is we set the main base down there by the truck. That thing's active and going, right?
Yeah.
And so now they kind enough to mark out where our barn's at so that it can be put on the drawing. And then we're going to go out and find a particular stake out that way. This will allow us to do that and just confirm some borders. What a pretty day it is up here at the lovely place. The leaves have sprouted out on these trees. Just 2-3 weeks ago, these trees were completely bare. It's taking its time. This canopy, the fact that we got some leaves, is kind of disturbing the satellite, we think, and it's having a hard time catching that base, but it'll get there. So my buddy Mike, he got every point of this concrete, every bit of it. He's right to this one now. There we go again. So now what we're doing is we're just simply getting a couple of key points and confirming that we have the right spot for when we build some fence and put gates up, things like that. It's a smart thing to do now instead of finding out later that you put your fence in the wrong spot. So let's get her done. We got us a ribbon. Now that's a Old pole, but a new ribbon.
Watch yourself, I'm going down.
When Steve says watch it, he means get out of the way now.
There we go. It's almost straight across from this. That doesn't we need.
All right, we're confirming the line here so that we can get us a fence up eventually. And then we're gonna go back that direction. We got a driveway easement all the way back through the woods. So by the time we get all this done, this will verify that this isn't the right spot. We found us a pole back here.
Property line.
And there's 2 more flags right up this direction. How many feet back are we here?
I don't know, we'll know in a second.
So we are 201 feet back from our original stake. We should have about 112 feet more to go to get to the corner. So we came back a little further. We got us another post, painted orange, some ribbons on some trees. This has been surveyed to death.
Yeah, see how many times that pin's been flagged, that'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's a golden rule. Every pin you find, you tie a flag on. That way you can tell them you touched that pin. Let's come on in.
What'd that tell you?
Says it's picking it up.
Picking it up.
Right here it is, the pipe line.
Yep, that's it. That's what it calls for. Flag it. Supposed to be 313. I got 312.95. It's within each.
312.95, and that's to that corner post in the field.
Yep, verified that.
So then from here we got 50 over that way.
Yep.
Are we going to verify the 50? We already know because it's got a.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Got the pin in the ground.
Yep.
Right where it was. All right, we are on the edge of the woods now, out on the edge of the field, just so we know exactly where we can definitely don't want to cross over onto anybody's property and do anything. We'd probably end up putting a fence up through there one of these days, get some goats turned loose, you know, clean this up a little bit.
I'll definitely do that.
They will clean it up. Gonna put a piece of rebar in the ground next. That'll do it. Whew, we about wrapped up this portion. Now we're gonna go out to the front. We're gonna make sure we got our 50-foot span for the actual driveway all marked, so that when we put fence and gate up, we'll definitely not be encroaching over on top of anybody. Let's head that way. I actually have some grass growing.
They eat on this one too.
I'm thankful for that. Say again?
Look how they eat this one up.
Something's hungry. They need some corn or something.
Oh man, they've chewed the dogs on that boy.
Cruising on down the road. So the reason they're going down that way is they know that there's a pin down there. They're going to be able to measure off of that to come up to here to just make sure everything triangulates. That sounds like a good word. We'll go with that. We're still looking. We're still looking.
That's it. All right, I don't believe it's there. I believe he got dozered out.
We're gonna have to set her.
Yeah. I ain't hitting nothing, so I don't think it was there. Check her out.
It's on it.
Oh yeah. Drove it straight down there, Sean.
Yeah, you
Straight
did.
down.
Perfect.
10:53,
Perfect.
87.
Couldn't ask for better.
Nope.
Just came up the hill here on the driveway, gonna get us another stake. This will let us know exactly where we can put the fence. Oh, one more.
Yep, one more.
One to grow on.
That's right.
Putting another one across from it. We're talking about precision.
I see the post.
Something's in there.
Sounds good. Huh?
Don't have that line.
I know it. What? That'll be it. Over that side. Ah,
What was?
sickle blade
Oh,
tooth. That's good.
nothing.
We didn't want that to be there.
Show me what you found. An old artifact.
Yep. More sickle tooth.
All right, we found an old pen. Everything's making more sense now.
Woo!
Now we know that we're gonna be good.
Now we can do with it.
Yep, we're good now.
Inverse point to line this point to
Inverse point.
130 to 139. See what the deal is.
Okay, maybe invert point line. The point, this point right here, 145. Then 130.
30 to 139. See if it's 50 foot off. Not the point up in the woods, ain't the one we think. That'll verify that.
Looking good. That's where I remember that puppy, that stake being.
Yep. Turn right here at the stake, just like you said. Boom.
Yep. Curve right up. Leave a comment if those chickens are driving you crazy yet, or if you love the sound of chickens. It's a love-hate relationship.
680.
Now we're on the money.
Yeah. I just think getting up for a temperature.
139 to.
And the bearing is going to be 138 to 145. 1295.65. That's going to be our corner up there. But the bearings was close, wasn't it? It's kind of interesting.
Have you seen a tree like that? Pretty cool. That's wild. Mulberry tree, it said.
They used to do it too, didn't they?
Oh yeah. You still see some of them do it.
Yep. Come back green.
Talking about burning the field off. They'll burn it off so it'll come back nice and green. There's many times my papa out on the mountain had to let his fire get out of control, and you know, there was a problem. The fire department had to come out and help us out. I wasn't around. That was back when I was a kid. Oh yeah, you don't want to do that in California.
Indians burned all them forests. They never had that problem because they kept that brush burning. So they could see them animals to kill them.
Right.
To get supper.
Now we're gonna lay another one here. This will be our fence line, y'all. Perfect. It does angle in, you know, but not. It don't get too close in until we get to the front.
Straight out.
There we go. On the high side now, we're getting us a line. Got to move those two lines. We were a little off with one of the measurements, but we're pulling them back, getting it straight, and thank goodness we were off because it put us in the middle of the driveway. So yeah, we got it right now. Look at all that grass. Chickens ate most of the seed and the blackbirds, but a lot of it took, so looking pretty good. We're gonna get this cleaned up. It's gonna look good eventually. All right, lovely people, well, we're gonna call it a day. It's been a day, hasn't it, guys?
It has.
I want to thank you guys for coming out and taking care of me. It's looking good. We figured it out, and we have us a driveway border. We know exactly what we're going to do. We've got a border for the new property, and so we can get that closed real soon and be done with it. There's a big old rock. And thank you for joining us here at the lovely place. Appreciate you checking us out. If you like the idea of setting up a homestead and getting all prepared for off-grid living, maybe give us a like or subscribe. Hit the notification bell and you'll see when videos are posted. We post at least once a week right now. We've been doing that for a long time, sometimes twice a week. And so we hope to see you back here again soon. Thanks again. We'll talk to you later. Take care.